Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I keep mixing up the days. In quarantine life, you have no idea what day it is. So, today I wanted to share with everyone Luke chapter 4, verses 18 and 19, and I'm reading from the King James Version. It says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised." And verse 19 says, "And to preach the acceptable year of the Lord." So what are we focusing on today? Why did he begin this verse with "the Spirit of the Lord is upon me"? And then he tells us, because he's anointed with the Spirit of the Lord upon him, what he's capable or enabled to do, which is to preach the gospel to the poor, to heal the brokenhearted, preach deliverance to the captives, recovering of sight to the blind, healing those that are sick, preach the acceptable year of the Lord, because he is anointed. So I want you to think on this today. I'm not sure what God has anointed you to do, what he has set you forth, where he's planted you, but you have God's anointing so that whatever you put your hand unto, you have success at it. So think about it this way. I know years ago I saw this movie called Like Mike, and it had a little Bow Wow in it. And so because he had these shoes that were believed to have this special power, that Michael Jordan's shoes, right? That he could play in the NBA, he had this ability that he didn't have when he didn't have on those shoes. The same thing goes for you. Now that the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, God's anointing's upon you, you have the ability to do things you couldn't do before. What ability? Well, if you're in the workplace, you're anointed for every task that comes before you. Everything they give you, to do it with excellence, to do it and have extraordinary success at it. But it also talks about, to heal the sick, to preach deliverance to the captives. You can share the good news with somebody because God's anointed you to do that. Whatever their bad news is in the world today, for that specific individual, God has given you that anointing to minister to that person, to be used by him. So just remember, whatever comes before you today, you're anointed for it because the Spirit of the Lord is upon you. God's anointing's on you. You have something better than a pair of Michael Jordan shoes. You have God's anointing so you can have success at everything you put your hand unto.